بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Dear students, it is lecture 13 of organic based industries and topic of today's discussion is drug delivery polymers. Drug delivery refers to approaches, formulations, technologies and systems for transporting a pharmaceutical compound in the body to safely achieve its desired therapeutic effects. It may involve scientific site targeting within the body, or it might involve facilitating systematic pharmacokinetics, which is fate of pharmaceutical compound. In any case, it is typically concerned with both quantity and duration of drug presence. Drug delivery is often approached via a drug chemical formulation, but it may also involve medical devices or drug device combination products. Drug delivery is a concept heavily integrated with dosage form and route of administration. Drug delivery technologies modify drug release profile, absorption, distribution, and elimination for the benefit of improving product efficacy and safety, as well as patients' convenience and compliance. Drug release is from diffusion, degradation, swelling, and affinity based mechanisms. Some of common routes of administration include internal gastrointestinal tract, parenteral via injection, inhalation, transdermal, topical, and oral routes. Many medications such as peptides and proteins, antibody, vaccine, and gene-based drugs in general may not be delivered using these routes because they might be susceptible to enzymatic degradation or cannot be absorbed into systematic circulation efficiently due to molecular size and charges. For this reason, many protein and peptide drugs have to be delivered by injection or nanoneedle array. For example, many immunizations are based on delivery of protein drugs and are often done by injection. Protein drugs delivered by injection can usually reach the extracellular spaces. Many approaches have been evaluated for targeting the intracellular space with protein drugs, but delivering protein into cells, into cytosol, is still challenging. Current efforts in the area of drug delivery include development of targeted delivery in which drug is only active in the target area of the body. For example, in cancerous tissues. Sustained release formulations in which drug is released over a period of time in a controlled manner from a formulation, and methods to increase survival of peroral agents which must pass through stomach's acidic environment. In order to achieve efficient targeted delivery, the designed system must avoid host's defense mechanism and circulate to its intended site of action. Types of sustained release formulations include liposomes, drug-loaded biodegradable microspheres, and drug polymer conjugates. Survival of agents as they pass through the stomach typically is an issue for agents which cannot be encased in a solid tablet. Key concepts that we will go through in today's lecture include polymer for drug delivery, classification of polymers used in drug delivery system, biomaterials for drug delivery systems, thermoresponsive actions of polymers in drug delivery system, pharmacological considerations in drug delivery. Environmentally responsive polymers or smart polymers are a class of materials comprised of a large variety of linear, branched or cross-linked polymer networks. Assurance of responsive polymer is their ability to undergo a dramatic physical or chemical change in response to an external stimulus. Temperature and pH changes are commonly used to trigger behavioral changes, but other stimuli such as ultrasound, ionic strength, redox potential, electromagnetic radiation, and chemical or biochemical agents can be used. These stimuli can be subsumed into discrete classification of physical or chemical nature. Physical stimuli, that is temperature, ultrasound, light, magnetic and electric fields, directly modulate energy level of polymer solvent system and induce a polymer response at some critical energy level. Chemical stimuli, that is pH, redox potential, ionic strength and chemical agents, induce a response by altering molecular interactions between polymer and solvent by adjusting hydrophobic hydrophilic balance, or between polymer chains by influencing cross-link or backbone integrity, proclivity for hydrophobic association or electrostatic repulsion. Types of behavioral changes can include transitions in solubility, hydrophilic hydrophobic balance, and conformation. These changes are manifested in many ways, such as coil globule transition of polymer chains, swelling deswelling of covalently cross-linked hydrogels, sol gel transition of physically cross-linked hydrogels, and self-assembly of amphiphilic polymers. See figure in slides. Polymers play a major role in the development of drug delivery technology by release of two types of drugs like hydrophilic and hydrophobic in a synchronized manner and constant release of formulations over extended periods. There are numerous advantages of polymers acting as an inert carrier to which a drug can be conjugated. For example, polymers improve pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics properties of biopharmaceuticals through various ways like plasma half-life, decrease the immunogenicity, build up the stability of biopharmaceuticals, improves the solubility of low molecular weight drugs, and has a potential of targeted drug delivery. However, they have their own limitations, such as the natural polymers are most abundant and biodegradable but are difficult to reproduce and purify. Synthetic polymers have high immunogenicity which prevent their long-term usage. Non-biodegradable polymers are needed to be surgery after their release the drug at targeted site. The general characteristic features that makes the polymer a potential candidate for drug delivery include safety, efficacy, hydrophilicity, absence, immunogenicity, biological inactivity, sufficient pharmacokinetics, and presence of functional groups for covalent conjugation of drugs targeting moieties or formation of copolymers. The polymer for drug delivery system are classified on following characteristics: origin, chemical nature, backbone stability, and solubility. Origin: the polymers can be natural or synthetic or a combination of both. Chemical nature: it can be protein based, polyester based, cellulose derivatives, etc. Backbone stability: polymers can be degradable or non-biodegradable. Solubility: the polymers having hydrophilic or hydrophobic nature. Polymers have played an integral role in the advancement of drug delivery technology by providing controlled release of therapeutic agents in constant doses over long periods, cyclic dosages, and tunable release of both hydrophilic and hydrophobic drugs. From early beginnings, using off-the-shelf materials, the field has grown tremendously, driven in part by the innovation of chemical engineers. Modern advances in drug delivery are now predicated upon the rational design of polymer tailored for specific cargo and engineered to exert distinct biological functions. The polymers in very starting stage were particularly used for non-biological uses and were selected because of their desirable physical properties. For example, polymethyl methacrylate for physical strength and transparency, polyvinyl alcohol for hydrophilicity and strength, polyurethane for elasticity, polyethylene for toughness and lack of swelling, polysiloxane or silicones for insulating ability, polyvinyl pyrrolidone for suspension capabilities. For controlled drug delivery formulation, the polymers must be chemically inert and free from impurities with appropriate physical structure, minimal undesired aging, and to readily processable. Few examples include polyethylene covinyl acetate, polymethyl methacrylate, polyvinyl alcohol, and few more. However, in recent years, the use of polymers were towards medical application and drug targeting. Few examples are polyorthoesters, polylactide coglycoids, polyactide, polyanhydride, polyglycoids. Polymers that respond to temperature changes are among the most investigated in modern drug delivery applications, and they are characterized by changing their conformation, solubility, and hydrophilic hydrophobic balance as a response to change in temperature of external environment. Some temperature responsive polymers are characterized by having a lower critical solution temperature LCST, which can be defined as the critical temperature above which the polymer solution undergoes a macroscopic phase separation. Below this temperature, the polymer chains are water soluble and usually form hydrogen bond with the water molecules. As the temperature is raised above LCST, the hydrogen bonds are broken and hydrophobic associations dominate, causing the polymer in dilute solution to undergo coil to globule transition, resulting in macroscopic phase separation at higher polymer concentrations. An illustration of the effect of temperature on the phase transitions of temperature responsive polymers is shown in figure on slide. Polymers containing a permanently hydrophobic segment form core shell micelles in aqueous solution at low temperatures. The micelles contain a hydrophobic core and a hydrophilic polymer shell. As the temperature is increased above LCST, the polymer shell collapses, causing destabilization of micelles and triggering drug release. From a drug delivery perspective, polymer devices can be categorized into three classes. Number one, diffusion controlled devices, which are monolithic single crystal or unified crystal devices. Number two, solvent activated devices, which are swelling or osmotically controlled devices. And number three is chemically controlled systems, which are biodegradable or bioerodible systems. Diffusion control systems. Most diffusion controlled carriers are simple and monolithic in nature. In these systems, a drug is dissolved or dispersed if the concentration exceeds polymer's solubility limit in a non-swellable or fully swollen matrix that does not degrade during its therapeutic life. Solvent activated systems. In traditional swellable systems, drugs are loaded into dehydrated hydrophilic polymers or hydrogels by simple packing the two substances together. In the absence of a plasticizing aqueous solvent, these systems are usually well below their glass transition temperature and have very low diffusivities. Once exposed to an aqueous environment, the hydrogels imbibe water and swell. If polymer is not chemically cross-linked, then dissolution creates an erosion front. Drug delivery devices that operate as swelling controlled systems undergo a transition from glassy to rubbery state during solvent swelling, which relaxes polymer chains and dissolves dispersed drug deposits. This process creates two simultaneously moving fronts, diffusion, and swelling, in addition to erosion front if present. Biodegradable systems. Biodegradable and bioerodible polymers represent an important class of materials for drug delivery. Although often used interchangeably, degradation and erosion differ in that covalent bond cleavage by chemical reactions occur in degradation, whereas erosion occurs by the dissolution of chain fragments in non-cross-linked systems without chemical alterations to molecular structure. For dissolution to occur, polymer must absorb surrounding aqueous solvent and must interact with water via charge interactions such as with polyacids and polybases or hydrogen bonding mechanism. Both degradation and erosion can occur as surface or bulk processes. In surface degradation, polymer matrix is progressively removed from the surface, but the polymer volume fraction remains fairly unchanged. Conversely, in bulk degradation, no significant change occurs in physical size of the polymer carrier until it is almost fully degraded or eroded, but the fraction of polymer remaining in carrier decreases over time. To be chemically degradable, polymers require hydrolytically or proteolytically labile bonds in their backbone or crosslinker. The majority of biodegradable synthetic polymers rely on hydrolytic cleavage of ester bonds or ester derivatives. A well-known issue with biodegradable polymers is uncertainty with regard to safety of degradation products, because degradation often results in a distribution of fragment sizes. Toxicity is challenging to determine experimentally. Ideally, parenterally administered polymers would degrade into small metabolic compounds that are known to be non-toxic and are small enough for natural clearance mechanisms. The central objective of a delivery system is to release therapeutics at the desired anatomical site and to maintain the drug concentration within a therapeutic band for a desired duration. Figure in slide shows therapeutic band with showing impact of burst release, pulsatile release and controlled release relative to effective concentration and toxic concentration. Polymer in drug delivery play different roles, which include immediate drug release dosage form, which is tablet, capsule, modified drug release dosage form, extended release dosage form, gastroretentive dosage form. Immediate drug release dosage form, tablets, polymers including polyvinyl pyrrolidone and hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose are found to be a good binder, which increases the formation of granules that improves the flow and compaction properties of tablet formulations prior to tableting. Capsules. Many of polymeric excipients used to bulk out capsule fills are the same as those used in intermediate release tablets. For hard and soft shell, gelatin has most often used. By recent advances, HPMC, which is hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, has been accepted as alternative material for hard and soft capsule. Modified drug release dosage form. To achieve gastro-retention, mucoadhesive and low density, polymers have been evaluated with little success so far. Their ability to extend gastric residence time by bonding to the mucous lining of stomach and floating on the top of gastric contents. Extended release dosage form. Extended and sustained release dosage forms prolong the time that systemic drug levels are within the therapeutic range and thus reduce the number of doses the patient must take to maintain a therapeutic effect, thereby increasing compliance. The most commonly used water-insoluble polymer for extended release applications are ammonium ethyl acrylate, copolymer cellulose derivatives, ethyl cellulose, and cellulose acetate, and polyvinyl derivatives, polyvinyl acetate. Gastroretentive dosage form. Gastroretentive dosage forms offer an alternative strategy for achieving extended release profile in which formulations will remain in the stomach for prolonged time periods, releasing the drug in situ, which will then dissolve in liquid contents and slowly pass into the small intestine.